Hello everyone, welcome to this update video of this video I have done in December. In December I have shown you our trading robot AlmaOne and its first testing results, its first performance, how it actually performs on the markets. And now 4 months later I will show you what happens since then, how's the performance, what have we done, what have we optimized, and how much did we make. So my name is Manuel and I would like to welcome you on the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe and don't miss any updates in the future. So let's have a look on the chart. So this chart shows a strong trend, which is up, which is basically good. But you also see here we have a cut down on that day. Let me explain this. What happens here is the strategy has a configuration where it protects your equity. Means if you fall under like 20, 30, 40, whatever you set, percent of your equity, the bot will just stop trading and will close all of the positions just to protect your equity, which is just for your own safety, to don't overtrade. But here in that case, I didn't hit the equity protection because I set this to 20% and I just lost 15% here. But I started to feel uncomfortable in the trade. And there is one rule in trading. If you don't feel comfortable with your trades, with what you're doing, just stop and go away and come back another day when you start feeling better. And that's exactly what happened here. So I said, okay, it's just 15%. I can accept this. I will make that back in the near future. And yeah, that's basically what I've done. I've cut losses. I felt better a few days after and I kept trading. But since then, we saw a very, very strong recovery. So since December up to today, we've made 32% of profits, which makes us today around 70 or like exactly 17% all-time profit. I traded in the beginning, like the first period of this, I was trading mainly Euro USD, but I had a problem with the performance and with the volatility. So I said, okay, I need a more volatile, more active market, which I found finally in gold. And let's have a look on the statistics, how that looked like. So since December, I actually had 216 trades, which are over 70% success rate, which is pretty good. And there's one interesting thing. There's something I've changed. I've changed how active I am in the market. You see, before I switched to gold, I had 130 trades of Euro USD, and I switched to gold maybe like in end of February, maybe or mid of February, and I just make 35 trades, which is like on average less. Why is that? This is because I decided to not trade the opening or the closing of the markets of the like New York Stock Exchange or London Exchange. And I just look at the markets, how they're moving. Is there a confirmation in the market for this trend? So I'm just going with the trend if it's strong enough and volatile enough. And in the end, that's the result. So it looks pretty good. And just want to show you now the results of March. And you see here, like in March, gold, you all should know, gold was on a rise, just up and up, new highs. And that's basically what I've traded. You see, I was just going long, and then here when we were close to 2000, you know, round numbers count and matter. So I said, okay, let's try more shorts, because it was not very likely that we go over the 2000, and that's exactly what happened. So we rebounced here 2 times, and then I said, okay, let's try shorts until it came back enough. So I went back on my long strategy because all of the daily chart technical analysis were supporting this decision. All right, so let's have a look just on a quick breakdown of this strategy. So on the monthly, we have made on January 9%, 7% on February, and 8% this year in March. Just look at last year. So this was like the bad month of December where I just made minus 10%, but okay, can happen. And yeah, so overall, we are today at 17% plus. And we've made a very good progress since this cut here. You see another drop here in February, and there's a difference to the drop we've had here in December. That day, I was still confident enough to say the market will recover. I was still like on the 20% equity protection, which was still active. But I said, okay, the strategy says I accept 20% loss, so let the bot run. And I let the bot run, and I was confident enough to say it will make its profit. So, and it made it profit. It came back very, very fast. And then, yeah, I continued my recovery from the December losses. That's overall I can say for the statistics of this bot so far over the last 4 months. And let's jump into the interesting part. How did the trades work and what have I done? For this, I jump into my trading station. All right, welcome to my trading station. This is cTrader, and what you see here is the live account. The live account had $300 in December, and today we are at 351 euros. Oh, it was 300 euros in December. Sorry for that. So it's a small account, but I keep growing them step by step if I see they're working well, and then I push more money into those accounts. And this is basically what also will happen to this one. So in future, I will top up those accounts. But let me explain a bit of what you see here on the screen. You see two indicators I have on the chart. Both indicators are also included in the bot. So the bot is using them as well. So they are just here for reference. The one which is on the overlay is a moving average, but it's a moving average of a higher time frame. So I'm using a 30 minutes time frame just to overlay it here and not having like two different charts where I need to compare the trade. And then on the lower one, we have a RSI, and the RSI is also on a higher time frame, which is on the hourly. And I use both for confirmation. It's quite easy. If it's over the moving average, we are long. If it's under, we are going short. And for the RSI, if it's above 50, we have a strong long position. Or if it's below 50, we are going short. That's basically the two things we compare here. And the other decision I make, but that's like a manual decision, I look on the chart, on the daily chart, and decide, are we still in a long trend, an uptrend or a downtrend? And then let me explain you what the bot does for trading. So let's have a look on, for example, this one. So that's a long position I have opened in mid of March. You see, we were over the moving average. The RSI was strong on the positive, so it was around like 70. So both were very, very bullish. Plus, if you look just on the chart, it was an uptrend, like higher lows, higher highs. And what the bot does is I expect a drop normally of around 40 pips on gold. And if you just look here, so this drop, it's the earlier one, we had a drop of around 100. We haven't had a trade on that. Why? Because we were too far away from the moving average. So I decided not to trade here. So that's one of the decisions I make myself. So if I'm too far away from the moving average, I'm not trading, because if you're far away, it often just comes back and reverse far. But the closer you get back to the moving average, it starts to consolidate and moving sideways. And that's exactly what I was looking for. So we saw here in this area, we started to tend to move back sideways. And then we had exactly this drop here of around 40 pips. And this happens quite often. If I just scroll down and just choose, for example, this one, you see we were very close to the moving average. So always when it came back around like 40 pips, here we have opened a trade. Oh, that one was 60, but I opened just a few more. But I decided really here to trade those. But I look back on the past, and this is how I found this configuration. So I thought, if on average I see a retracement of 40-50% pips, and then there's a strong move back, a very sharp one, I can trade that. And that's exactly what you see here. So always when it comes back around 40 pips, it's always the same thing. I open the trade and then I close it. It's a very short take profit. It's always around, like if you check here, like or that 25%, 25 pips. This has like five is the first take profit when there's only one trade open, and then it just takes the average over multiple trades. So that's why you see sometimes a bit higher pips as a profit. But that's basically, if you just keep going here, it's always the same thing. We have a drop of, in that case, 50, in that case it's 60, but I have more, but it's always very similar. And that's basically what matters in the end. Here we crossed the moving average, so there was no trade, but we came back, and then of course we are close to the moving average, which is always a strong support for long or short, depending from which side we come, and it often has very, very high probability to make a profit. And yeah, that's how it is. So that's the idea behind these trades. It's always this 30-40 pips reversal, and then it shoots back into the trend direction. Yeah, if you like this, if you also want to try this, yeah, just follow us on Instagram. Visit our webpage. There is more information about the trading bot and how you can get this. Message us on Instagram. Leave a like if you feel this is a good bot, it's a good strategy, and hope to see you with the next video. See you. Bye.